Yo, Andrew here. So I just saw robots on Amazon Prime Video. Here's what you need to know. So here's the plot of this film. A man gets a replica robot illegally to do all the mundane tasks that he's not willing to do. And one of those mundane tasks is dating. Who the hell wants to do all of that? He usually sends his robot double to go and do all the stereotypical things that women enjoy when it comes to dating. And then he swoops in at the end to do the killing. No, that sounds creepy. To lay the groundwork. Yo. Stop. Nope, that's too on the nose. You know what I mean. So one day he goes ice skating, he bumps into a girl, he falls in love with the girl, and he does his usual thing of sending his robot to do the groundwork. After the robot had done the groundwork, it was time for him to swoop in and do God's work. Except this time around, there was a miscommunication and he gave the robot the address to the girl, and he got the address to something different that had nothing to do with the girl, which changes everything. The robot, having gone in and done the Lord's work on this lady, eventually finds out that the lady sent her robot double, which was also acquired illegally, to take the Lord's work, so to speak, on her behalf. So they're two robot doubles right now. So obviously the robots figure out that they are both robots and decide to elope, because they're humans are shitty people. So all of this unfolds in a hilarious way. Okay, so in typical fashion, we're going to do the cons first, and then we'll do the pros after. Con number one, the entire movie was done on a low budget. It shows a little bit. Con number two, the premise is very silly. Con number three, this movie is not for serious viewing. So if you're a serious film buff, this is not for you. Moving over to the pros. Now, pro number one is this film is a low budget film, but that low budget does not affect the storytelling in this film. And pro number two is the silly premise that I was complaining about in the cons actually is good in context with this movie. I absolutely welcome this silly premise. I mean, who wouldn't want a robot replica of themselves, especially when it's doing your mundane tasks? Number three on the pro list is that this film is actually a lot of fun. It's fun, silly, but it's a lot of fun. Now, pro number four is a bit left field. I didn't think I would ever find Shailene Woodley sexy. And then I saw her in a few outfits and I was like, well, damn, Miss Woodley, I see you. Pro number five. Usually most films are done in New York City or LA when it comes to romantic comedies, but this one was done in a different location that seemed a little bit like Arizona or somewhere in Nevada. It had those kind of like arid, dry environments. So I totally welcome it for this sort of story. It was kind of like a breath of fresh air. Pro number six. This film is not a very long movie, so it's perfect if you just want to watch something real quick and not think too deeply about it. And pro number seven, this movie is perfect for date night viewing. So if you're having a date night, this will be an appropriate film to watch. So, do with that as you may. Okay, so my thoughts on this film. This film works well as a romantic, semi-sci-fi comedy. It's one of those films that you don't have to overthink. It is just a plug and play type of film. So it's you just sit there and you just enjoy it for what it is. That's all there is to it, really. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and rate this film a 7 out of 10. I think it's appropriate. Okay, should you watch this film? Yeah, I think you should watch this film because it's a fun movie. It's not very complex to understand. And I like the premise, even though it is silly. And that's my 2 cents. Have you seen this movie? And if you have seen this movie, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Otherwise, please like and subscribe, or not. I will see you in the next video.